Hello everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome back. Shram. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today I'm playing some Genshin Impact. I hope that's all right with you. Hello Phoenix, Dragoneel, Drepolon. It's so good to see you. Now, I usually don't stream on Thursdays, but today, since I missed Monday, I figured today I would make up for that. Dory, how you doing? How you doing, Dory? How are you? How are you? We're gonna be going to progress through this new story. I've missed you, Dory. I have missed your face. Have you guys played Genshin Impact before? Nice, more Genshin. Yes, Tavros, more Genshin, because new content. New content. All the new content. We actually have more content, and I'm gonna be trying to get Ayaka. Keyword I'm trying, especially since I don't have the $5 to kind of dish into. I downloaded it and started, but my homework started what? Genshin? Did you start in Genshin? Oh really? Do you play Genshin? Okay, give me a second. Oh, it's loading in. I started after watching your vids. Oh, nice. What characters do you have? Bro, Mo. How you doing? How are you? How are you today? How are you doing? I've broken in and you can't stop me. Well, you are more than welcome here. You are more than welcome here, Bromo. Interesting. Genshin doesn't seem to be wanting to work like that. So what we're gonna have to do, let's do volume mixer. Give me a second. I haven't played Genshin in a while. Oh right, I need to turn the volume on in game. Okay, we're gonna have to turn the volume on in game. Doing good. Pulled Aya. Oh, I'm jealous. I want Ayaka. I want Ayaka so bad. Ayaka is the character I really want. I know I'm guaranteed her. The next 5-star I pull is I'm guaranteed. So I really want to get Ayaka, but if I don't get her, I'll just save. Yeah, I the last one I pulled on, I got the last 5-star I pulled on the banner. I got Jean. I got Jean. And now, so basically I am guaranteed her, but I need to get enough primos to get her. Oh, that's we'll do that in a second here. We'll do that in a second here. Settings, audio, there we go. Notices. Okay. Okay, I'm wondering what the animo, some 90% of it is, I need a cryo DPS. I will actually show you guys my so that's my main party. my main DPS party. Let's see, hold on a second. Character archive, I think. Yeah, so I've got Albedo, Zhongli, Venti, Diona, Xingyan, Ketsing, Chi-Chi, Deluk, Jean, Fischl, Bennett, Noel, Chongyun, Sucrose, Ningguang, Xingshui, Beidou, Xiangling, Razor, Amber, Kaya, Lisa, and Barbara. Those are my characters. I'm a little bit behind it, and yeah. Gonna have to learn how to play again.
Rise. Quake.
I actually want to check out elemental resonances because I heard Animo got changed. Decrease the stamina consumption. Okay. I thought Animo got buffed. Let's see here. I thought Animo got buffed. Swirl got buffed in the elemental in the EM buff. Okay, what does Swirl do now? Okay. Let's do the character preview. Let's try out the character. More? I don't think the mechanics changed enough. What do you mean more?
Take flight. Nice and spicy. Kamisato art. Sometsu. Eat this. I'm the frying pan. Come on, we can do it. Unthinkable. Sakura swirl.
I wanna.
So rude. Whirling.
Okay, I kind of want to change the buttons.
Let's dance.
Okay, cool. More damage, image transformative reactions, so not melt vape more. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, let's see. Let's try a wish. Let's try this out. Nope. Nope. Okay, I kind of want to change my button. Okay, controller setup, normal attack, change that to square.
Man, this wine. Crumble. Quake.
Okay. Yeah, no, that feels a lot better. Okay, what am I needing? Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Hold up a second. Yeah, I saw Aloy. Ma Immersion. This is a game. Okay. Before people go, Ma Immersion. This is a game where parallel universes are canon. So be quiet about Ma Immersion. And parallel universes are canon in this realm. Exactly. Main character travels to parallel universes just for a hobby. Exactly. How's the frame rate, by the way? Is it looking fine? Sunflower! How you doing? Welcome to the Stram.
Ah, children, come, come. You've arrived at just the
New
right
subscription
moment.
received.
I've been looking for
Dispensing
you.
gratitude. Gratitude dispensed.
Dory! Thank you so much for that gifted sub! Holy crap! Thank you so much! Dory, you didn't have to do that. Thank you.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Lea Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
I'm sorry,
A
yes?
gift? For Paimon?
I only did as I should.
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it.
Yes, ma'am.
When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
What's subspace creation?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
Trinket, you say?
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
I just want to put her in my pocket. Which, who? Want to put who in the pocket? What are the missing materials?
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at, after all.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither.
Hither and
I have
thither.
already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
Little floating cutie. No, she's not cutie. She's food. What are those, if I might ask?
Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glaze lilies thrived most profusely. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glaze lilies. And
You eat
if
her?
you were
Yes,
lucky enough,
we eat her.
you just might find a small patch of shimmer soil there. But almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely bare of it. In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to humans.
Oh, wait. I thought that was a redeem. Oh, okay, hold up a second. Random Genshin party. I don't know what the...
Goodness knows if that child will succeed in
Also, hi,
finding these
Deathified.
items.
How you doing? Who's this child?
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help...
Yeah,
they
it
must
has.
be
How
an
have you
Adeptus
been?
too, right?
Yes. I suppose she does count as an adeptus.
She counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know it.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Ah, allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yen Fei, I believe you already heard of the Traveler and his traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui. Before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame.
Shame?
A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you.
You became
Allow
criminals,
me to introduce
right?
myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yen
Hopefully I
Fei,
never need
all
her
right.
services.
Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yen Fei. She's always been like this, ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Are you really an Adeptus?
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met before.
I'll get the
An
random party
Adeptus?
going in a second.
I guess, kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them
Rosen,
upped and left on
hi!
a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Okay.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did
okay,
say
how
that
about
he
you?
talked it through with Rex Lapis and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find any at all. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either. Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping
sorry.
it strictly locked down.
Is that so? But Smaragdus Jadeite is really rather essential. Yenfei, are you sure you can't find
sorry.
some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny, you've told me 1,000 times already.
I love the voice
Well,
acting
the
in this game.
chasm's definitely a
I
no-go.
really do love the
but
voice
there's
acting
still
in
a
this game.
chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement. Hold on a moment. Let me have a look.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Krusel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with rare ores. He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus Jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya. So, I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite, or might have an idea of where we can find some.
We'll come with you.
Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. Well, that's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than usual while we're with her.
Rise!
Okay. Grab that, grab that. Okay, let's see here. I need to check something out real quick. We're gonna close that out. Now you get to guys see what that's on my screen. Okay, anyways, we're moving on. Oh gosh, I really wish game capture was working. Why isn't game capture working? Why isn't game capture working? Yeah, give me a second here. Yeah, game capture doesn't work. Interesting. Interesting. Bummer. Yeah, I'm wondering why game capture isn't working. Interesting. Well, this just means that I am not going to be allowed to okay, let's see here. Grab that. Wow, that's a lot of icons on your desktop. Listen here, I don't need that that comment in my chat. Listen here. First is a random Genshin party. Thanks for reminding me, and I'll get to the party member thing in a second here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. So, between a random number between 1 and 25 for 4 times. $25. Randomize. 21. So first off, we're gonna go to this one. So number 21, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21.
The threads of your fate
official.
lie in my hands.
Second one, randomize. 2. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Go away.
Let's investigate this further.
Randomize. 19.
I can't wait any longer!
Oh wait, hold on a second. That was wrong. That was wrong. Get
Let's
you back.
investigate this further.
19.
I can't wait any
And the
longer!
last one is 15.
Ready when you are.
Ugh, that party's ugly. That party's ugly. That party's ugly. Okay, so now we set the timer for 30 minutes. And currently 4, 5, 0. Okay, so at about 8:10 my time. Okay, so I could do that, couldn't I? Yeah, let's do that. Sure. Let's do both of them. 3. Oh, that's annoying. That's annoying. That's annoying. That's very annoying.
Ta! Ta! Burst forth!
That's annoying. That's annoying. That is a very, very annoying. Yeah, no. Yeah, doing that if basically makes it so I have one less party member. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, wait, huh? Where is this? Where is it that I need to go? And no more residents to help you out. Oh, I just realized that. I just realized that too. Crap. So is this questline long? Out of curiosity?
Ha!
Hello, Mr. Crossell. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind.
What
I
brings
was
you here
simply
today?
doing my job.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact, in the end I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hairpins. Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize, I've already rented them out to a lady named Xiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to wait quite some time.
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented out?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Xiao before renting them to her. The contract makes it quite clear that if she loses or damages the item in question, she must compensate me for its full original value. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Ms. Xiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
No ambiguities there.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the contract.
In that case, might you know where Miss Chow lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossell. We'll be off now.
I forgot how bad the lip sync was. What's up? Sorry, not interested. There's a lot of quests. Why are there so much quests? There wasn't so much quests when I came. When I started the game, there wasn't this many quests. What's going on? World class to sneak up on you like that.
Whatever shall I do?
Excuse me. Are you Jingxiao?
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins from him. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a look at them?
The hairpins? I can't lend them to you right now. I've lost them.
I'm sorry, you what?
I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, there's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Why did you need them in the first place?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them looking down on me. But now that I've lost the hairpins, what will I do?
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Maybe because this is the part where we say, we can help.
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Mr. Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you signed?
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here. Here you are.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Chichao somehow.
That would be a little unfair to Crossell.
True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account.
Ouch.
And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Ouch.
Even higher? Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Chichao looks like she's about to faint.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine or not? Whichever way you look at
Why
it,
are you
we
laughing?
gotta start by finding those hairpins.
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems right.
Please. Please, Don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item and I should pay compensation per the contract.
That's a huge sum of money, though.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our contracts. Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossel in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Mr. Chow. When you first touched the hairpins, what did you feel?
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality jade. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch, finest quality jade.
Is something the matter?
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over to Mr. Crossel's.
So, Dreppo, how long is this quest? This doesn't feel like a very long quest. Come with the beat! I said middling.
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao and
Middling?
Oh, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied with them?
About that.
Oh, okay.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive they were?
I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last mora.
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that Smaragdus jadeite? I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be paid.
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins, correct?
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossel.
Thank you very much. How could she lose my hairpins? She'd better pay every last
could she
mora that they're
lose?
worth.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to discuss with you. It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can sit and talk in more detail.
Oh, how do I got a feeling that it's not like actual jadeite. Why do I get the feeling it's not actual jadeite?
Miss Yanfei, what is this about?
Basically, yes.
Are you-
Don't worry, I love you. You're
Are you
amazing.
here to tell me how much I owe?
No, what I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus Jadeite after all.
Not Smaragdus Jadeite? Really?
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found it?
Obviously not.
How you
I'm no
doing?
adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions. I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus Jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated elemental energy. If mere mortals
Can we get a
come into
shout out for
contact
Dad
with
Audic,
it,
please,
well,
and thank you?
they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time. Not even the slightest bit unwell. I didn't feel anything special at all, in fact.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossel's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus Jadeite in his possession.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his face!
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave. And then, he'd throw the Smaragdus Jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. He would lose nothing. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
A very vivid description.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience talking.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with you in due course.
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss Yunfei.
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, could I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon can't even keep track.
If I had one more every time I hear the word contract.
It feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain someone else we know.
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, I require a written contract. Any work
Elegant
commissioned but
solutions
not
on
bound
this
by a
art.
contract cannot be relied upon.
I understand. Then I will be glad to place this matter into your capable hands if you will take it, Miss Yunfei.
Audic, have you
No
played
problem.
Genshin Impact
Just sign
before?
here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well. And I'll also need your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages. Paimon's all out of brain juice again.
Such an ordeal.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and
Oh
they're written
God,
in the
it's so
contract.
real.
Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy.
Need me to do anything?
Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an
Excuse me.
investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the experience.
Miss Yunfei, I have to ask, why are you helping me?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geo-energy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact, secured some. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or
mean,
not is
true,
a separate
Bromo.
matter. But either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some Smaragdus Jadeite. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't stand for it. But again, let's not dwell on this. Let's go to... where can we find someone who processes ore? Ah, I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of the Jade Mystery. He's a professional when it comes to working with stone and ore. If
God,
Mr.
this quest
Crossell
is
had
so
his
long.
ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his first choice.
God, it's so long. I am currently AR 54, almost 55. Otic. What? What?
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to. Oh, it's you, Miss Yenfei.
Oh, it's you,
is
Miss
something the
Yenfei.
matter?
Is something the matter? I love his voice.
Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnyan merchant named Crossell enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnyan merchant named Crossell, you say? I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was Smaragdus jadeite.
I want to eat
That was the
Paimon.
first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was
Paimon's
really
food.
Smaragdus jadeite or
I
not.
want to eat her.
But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work on it?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. They're right over there, in fact.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Sure you do. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Observe. I want to eat Paimon. Food.
What should I try?
If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings.
Smaragdus nephrite?
Yes, it's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces
Take your
of
time,
elemental
Otic.
energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental energy whatsoever.
Is that so? Well, we might as well give Elemental Sight a shot. So, did you find anything?
Not a trace of elemental energy.
So they really are different. But wait, how come Jichao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty awesome.
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Why wouldn't Shito tell them apart?
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell them apart.
I have that
There may
image
be only a
extra
subtle
and I love
difference for the
it.
casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the market price. And, I'm sure, a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
All right, let's focus up. We're going off on a tangent.
But, never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shavings back to Chateau.
Ugh. So much talking. So much talking.
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so bold as to inquire,
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir, Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus jadeite, uncut.
Then I have no further questions. but could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask why you need them?
Oh, I have my reasons. Ah, yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yanfei, but might I know the nature of the incident on this occasion?
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take these with me.
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try to deny what he did.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more compelling. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Nope. Aha! Got it! Sinxie. She often helps people to find a jewelsmith. Let's go pay her a visit.
Well, that was quick. How come you know so many people?
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice every day. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws, are very important to us. But the amendments made by the Tianquan to our laws
Yanfei?
are unnecessarily complicated.
What about Yanfei?
How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand and impossible to finish. As such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle because I've memorized all the legal codices.
I'm sorry, what?
You memorized them?
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
Is this how Adepti becomes so adept at everything?
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again, with that casual tone.
Well, that's that then. Let's go look for Sinxie.
So far, I like her. Where's Sinxie? Where is Sinxie? Where is Sinxie? There you are. Hello! What about Yanfei? Hello?
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new items.
Domains are double the drop. Don't tell Amber,
Oh, Miss
please.
Yanfei, it's you. Has something happened?
Amber can burn.
Did the client from last time,
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course.
Yes, I do.
I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith recently?
Crossell? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yeah, he came to me with a chunk of something he
Tell
called
Amber. Make her cry.
Smaragdus jadeite. The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it so well.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Sinxie, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called Smaragdus jadeite?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself. The item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the official seal of the Ministry on it.
Thank you, Sinxi. Now, could you let me borrow this document?
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway. I take it then that there's been some more trouble?
Nothing you need to worry about, just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as I'm done with it. Thanks again.
Why is everyone's first reaction always
What'd
to
I
assume
do?
someone or something is in trouble?
Must be the nature of legal causality.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
Baiju?
The weirdo with the snake around his neck? What do you want to speak to him for?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human body. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
I really don't like this quest, by the way. I really don't like this quest. I really don't like this quest.
Nice and spicy.
Did I mention I really don't like this quest? Because I really don't like this quest. This quest is just kind of boring. Like, it's just like walking around, talking. And nothing interesting is going on either. Hello, Baiju. And actually, nah.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering herbs.
Chi-Chi! Sorry.
And if it isn't Miss Yanfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again, no doubt?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with Smaragdus Jadeite.
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information about it included in the 6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse. Anyway, I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragdus Jadeite?
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you are not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long ago. But after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related to the Snezhnayan merchant?
Ah, you needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that document. I'll make sure to compensate you in due course.
You're too kind. Take care now.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever. Is it just Paimon, or does it feel like he was fit?
Okay, we are going to do something real quick. Venti, I'm sorry. Yeah, Venti, I'm sorry.
A walk would be nice.
Let's see here. We're gonna go here. Dailies.
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossell.
Well, weeklies, yes. And start. Let's see if I remember how to do this boss extremely fast.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
Burn! Order guide you.
Try
Let's
this.
light it up!
Okay.
Poor timing. How
Body and
are
mind.
come?
Crumble!
Passable effort. Poor timing.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand!
I can no longer hold back.
Time for retribution!
So quick to flee. You've made some progress. Not bad. You've got a trick. Got you.
Okay.
All you do is run.
No, my sword!
No use hiding back there.
I still extremely rusty.
I'm going in! Let me weave you a verse. Huh?
All you do is run.
Stabilize! Burn!
My turn.
Okay. Well, that dialogue got me out my study mode. What about it?
Let's light it up! Ow! Adventure! Everybody stand back!
Emergency countermeasures aren't my thing. Verdict is...
Time to... Let's light it up! Rain outlines your fate.
Okay, I'm just really rusty right now.
Teamwork is true!
Yeah, I'm very rusty. I am very rusty. Very, very, very rusty. Anything good? I'm very rusty. Let's see here. Where are we going now? I think Wolf? Yeah, let's go to Wolf. Okay. I kept, like, my muscle memory was coming back right in that fight, and I was pressing circle instead of square, and it was very awkward. Do Lise? What? If you do, I won't see Paimon again? I'm lost. I'm lost. I'm so very lost right now. They still haven't dubbed his voice.
Stabilize.
Let's light it up!
Burn! Stabilize.
Off we go! Ring cutter!
Order guide you.
I'm going in! Let's light it up! Let's light it up! No, my sword!
Ha! Ha! Verdict is... Quake!
Nope. Come on.
Crumble!
I remember that much for the fight. Suna, stop beating me up.
Solidify!
Teamwork is strict! Let's light it up! Witness the power of Gugwa!
Time for retribution! This is order.
Rain outlines your fate. I'm going in!
Sure. Okie dokie. And now the last one is Storm Terror. I'm the Blue Wolf, I come in peace. No, you're not, you liar. Stop it. I already know about the 4th weekly. I just don't want to do the 4th weekly right now. Yeah, we'll do this party. My C9 Razor. Razor best boy.
Gather.
Life goes on. Oz revealed.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do. much damage! That is so much damage! Look at that!
Rise!
Wheel of Life. By royal
Razor!
Stabilize!
Life goes on. Oz, reveal!
Anything good? Nope. Big old oof. Big oof. That's a big oof. Okay, so back to unlocking player housing. Yeah. 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 Okay. Onwards to player housing. Oh wait, that was the wrong way.
Can't beat the atmosphere.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation due.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the
Shush.
amount payable.
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors, Miss Yanfei?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossell, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake, Miss Yanfei.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in Mora.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me like this. I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner, Chateau.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the Nephrite, he returned the valuable Jadeite core to me, and some Nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing exactly?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence, aren't we?
Ugh. Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he came prepared. What should we do next?
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him, Traveler.
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed Smaragdus Jadeite.
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by the second.
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal after all.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't revealed yet.
Yeah,
Traveler,
right?
would you do the honors?
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who touch it. Sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall seriously ill. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus Jadeite?
I had no idea.
No idea, you say? I'd guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dangerous item, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of Civil Affairs. However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you posed. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over to the Ministry. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their investigations.
What? Wait! I knew.
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus Jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins aren't actually
inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jadeite? Is that what you were about to say?
Ooh.
You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Ms. Sir Chow 10 times the original price in Mora?
Pinned.
Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
Yamp, he's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
Yeah, again, that's legal causality for you.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins was...
I like Sherikun!
Was Smaragdus Nephrite.
I like Sherikun!
But I'm a victim in all of this, too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus Jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine price. But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I was in a constant state of agitation, too. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. But how could I let all that money go to waste? That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus Nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus Jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus Jadeite in a specially made box. I daren't touch it again. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Chiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out to her.
So why did you charge Chiqiao such an extravagant? So why did you charge Chiqiao such an extortionate? Extortionate? Is that how you say it? Extortionate rental price? Extortionate. There you go. There you go. There you go. English. I speak good English. I know how to speak English. I'm native here. I speak English. So why did you charge Xichao such an extortionate rental price?
Exactly.
Do you really?
If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay so much?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus Jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much I could make off it. If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business would be over.
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I failed to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original price in Mora, and that is final.
10 times?
Croso looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus Jadeite.
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much, Mora. Even if the Smaragdus Jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them.
Don't be nice
Legal
to him.
or not, I think I owe some compensation for that.
Ms. Jichao, you...
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus Jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead? I'll consider us even.
What? But all right then. This cursed rock's brought me enough grief as it is.
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn this Smaragdus Jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration?
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go, but whatever. It'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks more appropriately.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come to an understanding?
Well, yes, I believe we have.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no further claims against you.
Is that so? That's good. That's good.
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk business for a second, if I may. I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores.
Oh.
If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some fine business between us.
Let me think for a moment.
Well, that's that. And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well that ends well, eh?
Yeah, though there were some twists and turns along the way.
Exactly. Usually when someone tells us they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you managed to solve the problem with just a big stack of documents. Even though the solution didn't involve actually finding the hairpins.
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking high and low for some hairpins, proving that the rented item was nowhere near worth what the vendor had claimed it to be was the more efficient solution.
Can't say I've ever met an Adeptus like you before.
An Adeptus? Speaking of, you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by humans. The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs adeptal powers?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
I think there's more than just reason involved here, Paimon. I think there's more than just reason involved here, Paimon.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit.
Digimon
I bet she's been on
wannabe.
tenterhooks for a while now.
Before we finish that, I need to use the bathroom real quick. So I will be righty backy. I'm not even gonna go to BRB screen because I didn't fix everything up. So I'll be right back. We'll go in your back. Don't call Paimon a Digimon because the internet has already digivolved her. Don't go that rabbit hole. Okay. Should I be scared? Should I be worried?
Wheel of life.
Should I be worried, Saint Masaya? Masaya, how you doing? Digivolve her into a trash can. I agree. I agree. How you doing, Masaya? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Masaya, have you ever played Genshin Impact before? It is I, Masa. Masa, have you played Genshin Impact before?
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite?
We were, thanks to Yanfei.
Good, good. Then we have all the materials we need.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Took long enough.
Oh, you. All right, then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm off then. Bye! Oh yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card I gave you. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts too.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teapot, hmm?
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
A truly unique Adeptus.
Ah, indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti must also learn to change. Yanfei might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us all. Ah, Liyue is not the same place I once knew.
Granny?
All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still owe you a little gift.
Oh,
Sword and Pony! How you doing?
How's it made?
And how long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all. Just wait here for a moment.
Madame Ping.
There we go. This Serenity pot is all yours now. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen?
It's floating.
Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more lively inside.
Thanks, Granny.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly are we supposed to use this teapot?
How are you gonna drop it?
You needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot. She will explain everything you need to know about it.
Peaceful neighborhood.
Well, that's new. How do I get in? Oh. I'm gonna let you guys choose. Do we want to do a floating abode, an emerald peak, or a cool isle? Not at the moment, Pony. I don't know how to phrase this. I don't really add anyone unless we have played a game on Steam together, if that makes any sense. So that's one for Cool Isle. Any other choices? Because I like being 2 for Cool Isle. Any other choice? Anyone? Anyone else? We'll give it a little bit once we turn in a minute. I don't know. Etram, you're not helping. Okay, Cool Isle. Is there a third party vote?
This teapot seems even bigger inside than Madame Ping's. There's even a great big house in the middle, too.
This is not bigger.
Huh. But there's just a whole load of nothing around it.
Get a chiseling, Paimon. You could carve us a whole house out of this rock.
Paimon can't do that. Well, you're the one with the sword anyway. You do it. Still, why is it so empty here apart from that house? Oh, wait a second. What is that?
Hello?
Wow.
Sir?
It seems that we have a visitor.
It's a huge finch.
Excuse
a
me.
huge what?
I am not a finch. I am a teapot spirit, and you may call me... hang on a moment. What am I supposed to be called again? Oh, call me. I suppose you may call me Tubby.
You certainly look the part.
So you're the little helper Madame Ping mentioned?
Madam Ping? Oh, you must mean Ping. Yes, she did summon me here. She told me much about you. You may leave all matters regarding the upkeep of this realm to me. Your journey may be far from over, but at least this way you will not want for a comfortable place to sleep each night.
So what's a teapot spirit exactly?
Though it is the Adepti who create realms such as this, they generally do not have the time of day to attend to the banal matter of their maintenance. Thus, we teapot spirits were created to help guard their realms and manage their affairs. You may consider me a butler, if you will. Now, allow me to explain this realm to you. Have you any blueprints on you?
I'll explain that in a second.
Specifically, blueprints with beautiful rooms, chairs, and the like. As long as you have a blueprint, you can refashion this realm however you please.
Blueprints? Oh, that's right! Granny handed us some when she gave us the teapot, didn't she? Let's take them out and have a look.
Yeah, no,
Yes, these are the blueprints I'm talking about. Go on, open them up. Just commit the image of the objects to memory and prepare the necessary materials. Then simply release the thought from your mind and the object in the blueprint shall appear within this teapot.
Wow! Is that all it takes? Then we could build a whole city inside, couldn't we?
I doubt it. A golden-eyed adeptus explained this to me at some point in the past. He said that even though subspace creation is a product of adeptal power, even that has its limits. This world is not a true one, after all. It provides merely a moment of brief respite from the mortal realm, not a means of escaping it entirely.
A golden-eyed adeptus? Paimon wonders who could that be?
I hardly remember myself. What's more, I have never seen that adeptus again since.
Very strange.
Well, let's not dwell on that. Have a look around. Best you get accustomed to this realm.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it,
Pony. Like to ask, just look for me.
I appreciate the consideration. Achievements? Did I get any Primo gems? Primo? Primo! Only 5 though. Oh God. Placing furnishings, please wait. What's the However, I just remembered Borderlands isn't your kind of game, so likely. Yeah, it's totally fine, Storm Pony. I appreciate it, but it's totally fine. What is a question mark? What's giving me a question mark? Yeah, problem about that. It's a tutorial? How do I access tutorials? From this menu. Let's see here. Archive? Tutorials.
1, Breathe. 3, 4, and
Give me those primo gems. Excuse me, game. There you go. Okay, cool. Awesome. Maybe archive. That's fair too. Okay, let's see here. Now, how do I leave this stupid pot? How do I leave the stupid pot? That's how I leave the stupid pot. Okay. I will do that stuff off screen.
Crumble!
Actually, we're gonna change some buttons around. Okay. Oh.
Oh, yes. Yes. They have the audacity to go after anything.
Oh god. No, not more.
The 7 dragons, gods. No ancient artifact that relates can escape their greedy ambitions. Still, this time is different. Who do they think they are, going after the Abyss Order's treasures? Oh, Traveler, it's you.
Huh? Ganyu, what are you doing here with Lan? Do you have a commission you need to post?
Hello. We were just discussing the treasure hoarders.
Yes. We were just saying how even the audacious treasure hoarders should know better than to mess with the Abyss. It's just too evil.
But we recently received intel from the Ministry of Civil Affairs that 2 big-time treasure hoarders in Liyue and Mondstadt are planning some big joint operation.
2 big-time treasure hoarders?
Yes. They're known as Big Sis of the South and Raptor of the North.
Oh, Raptor! Paimon remembers he tried to run away from Amber and Mondstadt. But who is Big Sis of the South?
Does Big Sis mean she bosses people around?
You are correct. She's the head of the treasure hoarders in Liyue. As I understand it, the treasure hoarders all call her boss. Some say that the god of thieves even bestowed a gift upon her for her exploits, making her Big Sis of the gods. But that's probably just a wild rumor.
Anyway, the treasure hoarders discovered some previously unexplored ruins that the Abyss Order has been secretly guarding in the shadows.
What quest?
Despite how dangerous that makes it, all the treasure hoarders can think about is what kinds of treasure could be inside.
Why are you
They have
chuckling?
already devised a plan. They will send out a decoy to divert the Abyss Order's forces away from the ruins, then send an expert thief inside to steal the treasure.
To this end, Big Sis and Raptor have reportedly recruited a certain Grand Thief from Fontaine.
Grand Thief? That's quite an impressive-sounding title.
Oh, indeed. He is an extraordinary individual. The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers look up to great adventurers.
Just like the famous adventurer Alice?
Ah, so you're familiar with the author of the Tevat Travel Guide, then. Correct. The Grand Thief is someone as renowned as her. So, despite being relative big-timers in Liyue and Mondstadt, Big Sis and Raptor had to put in a lot of work to convince a thief of his status to come and personally oversee this operation.
With the major changes in Liyue recently, the Ministry of Civil Affairs and the Millelith already have their hands full. They don't have any time to investigate rumors about treasure hoarder activity. But anything related to the Abyss makes me feel like there is some unknown danger lurking beneath the surface. So I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a commission.
Well, since I'm here...
Leave this commission to us!
Oh, thank you so much.
Good to see this in the hands of a reliable guild member. Well then, good luck. The guild will take care of the details of this commission.
Should I be scared?
Ad Astra.
Should I be scared? I see. Oh yeah, I didn't even do shall yet. I haven't done any of these. Oof.
Ad Astra. Ad Astra. Ad Astra.
Did they raise the adventure rank? Hold on a second. They did. Huh. I didn't know they raised the adventurer rank.
Ad Astra.
Okay, let's see here. Quest. I forgot you can just do them. Yeah. Moving on. Look for signs. Where am I going? Okay. Because I'm lazy and I just can teleport. Fine. The adjustments they did to air stuff was lowering the requirements on some story quests. Oh, so I mean, you can just access the story easier without grinding. Well, I mean, that makes sense as more stuff unlocks.
And with that,
Wouldn't gliding be faster though? I think I was trying to remember who I was rolling on. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to figure out who I was rolling on when I got Jean. That I was so disappointed by. Like, I was disappointed to get Jean. Who was I disappointed by? Who did I want? Who was I going for? I'm so confused. You're a big boy.
Solidify!
Life goes on. Opening box of Adepti tricks.
By royal decree.
Who is I rolling on? Also, where am I going?
Rise! I will have order!
Oh, it's revealed.
Get back! Crumble! Order guide you!
It was probably Zhongli. If I'm gonna be honest, it was probably Zhongli because I wanted a dupe Zhongli. I would not roll on Glee. Yeah, you're right. It was probably Zhongli. Zhongli makes sense. Let's do you.
Ready for a rehearsal? Think you can get away? Adventure time! Time for takeoff.
Gosh, Fenty is dumb.
Teamwork is dream. Rain cutter. Yeah. Think you can get it? Stop raining already?
Shao? Maybe? I wasn't really caring for Zhao either. I think I was more like, okay, if I get Shao, I'm good. If not, okay. I think it was either... No, it wasn't Zhao.
Everybody stand back! No, my sword! Right.
Okay. About to goes now. Y'all take care. Okay, thank you so much for popping in. I won. We're going to change that button prompt again. We're gonna change that button prompt again because my reflexes.
Time for retribution!
Yep, why not?
Time for takeoff.
There we go.
Let's play.
There we go.
Yahoo!
Oh man, Venti is dumb. Venti is dumb.
Here we go. Think you can get away? Teamwork is dreamwork. Yeah. Rain outlines your fate. Body and mind. Time to act. Brace yourself.
Venti is so stupid. All this time, and he's still... Venti is still... like... ridiculous. Venti is still absolutely bonkers after all this time.
Add Astra.
Okay. Kazuha is the closest Venti has really come to getting power crept, but that's just because he doesn't lift off the ground and his skill is not a burst, but that's good bubble. Yeah, apparently, okay, so according to like the major like Genshin math guys, Kazuha is good, but he's still not as good as Venti. Actually, do I have another summon in me yet? No, I do not. I already did the monthly shop. Oh, I do have one. Huh. Okay. I was unaware. Okay. 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 And then last one. And let's see here. Let's... Oh. And... No, I've got 300. Okay, where do I purchase Primo Gems again? It's been so long. Nope. Let's see here. Yeah, not enough.
Prose wells up inside of me.
Okay, so let's see how many summons we are in. What, we're 80 is what we're looking for? History. Okay, so. We just hit 10. Okay, so we just hit another 10. Sleep must happen for work is long. Okay, Dory, we should be ending here in a little bit anyways. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. So this is 6, 12. Yeah, and then we got 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We're 18 in. We need 80.
All tasks have been handed out.
How many days are left?
Out upon the sea.
on the banner. $18. We're 18. So if we get about a summon every 2 days, that is assuming that we get the premium thing again. I need 63 more summons. And then let's see. We get about 150 a day. It's 2,550. That's another enough for another 10 pull. Yeah, we might not get Ayaka, unfortunately. It's another 10 pull. Yeah, no, we might not get Ayaka. That's true. Yeah. But it also depends on how much they get. So we'd have to be like extremely lucky or blessed to get Ayaka, which I'm not going to be like, I'm going to be very disappointed. I'm going to be honest, but she'll roll out eventually. And then I'll just save all my primos and such for her when she rolls around again. She's probably the last. I probably shouldn't have. Like, I'll be honest, if I didn't have other stuff to buy this next month, I would probably spend it on Genshin. But I don't have enough money, and I don't know if my Twitch payout is going to be enough to get Genshin and the stuff I need. And at the end of the day, this is an artificial video game, so blatant money spending is not exactly the healthiest thing, especially when let's see. Ice. So a lot of ice. Actually. So the second party needs to be the priority. Oh yeah, I do have her. I forgot I had her. So party 1. And then party 2, I'm probably gonna regret this party comp, by the way. I'm probably gonna regret this party comp, but we'll see.
Then I'm going in! Let's light it up! Time for takeoff. By royal decree. Everybody stand back! Wings of darkness! Come, seven. Think you can get away? Here we go! I'm going in!
Okay, where's the last one?
Time for takeoff. Odds revealed.
Nope. Okay, do I have enough time to beat it? Do I have enough time to beat this?
Verdict is...
Wheel of life.
Coming to be! Solidify! Burst forth! Witness my great undertaking! Coming to... Quake! This is order! Time for retribution!
Go.
Burst forth! Feel this ancient power! Rise! I will have order! Verdict is...
Did I get it? Yep. Whee! Okay, continue. Continue. Sure. I don't really care about defense in this game. It's all the time attacks.
Teamwork is strength. By royal decree. Yahoo! Let's play. Think you can get away?
Gosh, the damage!
Get back!
I'm going in! Time for takeoff. Brace yourselves. Odds revealed by
Gosh, Razor! I beg your pardon! Razor, please!
Everybody stand back! By royal decree. Here we go. Think you can get away?
Okay. Where is it?
You'll get frostbite. There's no excuse for surrender.
Sacred name. Fortune.
Burst forth! Moment of birth!
Quake! Order guide you. Crumble! Time for retribution!
Feel this ancient power.
This is order.
So satisfying. Nope, Zhongli. So good. So good. Ah, so nice. Yes. Elemental skill. Okay.
Let's light it up! I'm going it! Time for takeoff.
As you wish, mate.
Take me back.
Okay. So that's a death. We're not gonna do that. Continue.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Think you can get away? Brace yourself. How rude. Oh, reveal the... I'm going in! Time for takeoff.
No rest for the wicked.
Get back!
Okay, okay, alright. Greatsword users? Still ridiculous. Okay, let's see here.
Come into being!
Quake! Verdict is... Stabilize! I will have order!
Live! Witness my great undertaking!
Life goes on.
Crumble!
Burst forth!
Oh, that was easy. No, that was stupid easy. That was easy. That last phase was probably easier than the actual first one. Okay, let's see here. And that gives us another summon. Cold Seal, not bad. Okay. Let's see here. Do I want to continue with Spiral Abyss? Not really. And I want to dedicate more time to a stream. cryo. I'm sorry, what is that? A cryo what is stasis? A cryo what is stasis? Oh yeah, no, I saw that. It's in the Inazuma. So, anywho, I think I am gonna call it for now. I am gonna call it for now. Wait, no, wrong thing. There we go. So let's see, as I'm getting a little sleepy and my viewers are kind of going to bed. So let's see who's streaming, shall we? Let's give them a raidy raid. Who can we raid? How about some Genshin peeps? Is anyone playing Genshin? No? How about we raid some art, shall we? So my friend Starcrossed, they're doing some artsy. So if you will come and hang out with them, that would be great. Guys, tomorrow we're going to be doing some more Genshin. Not going to say the time because, of course, I'm still recovering and I'm still a little out of it, if I'm going to be honest. So if you guys will join me in, that would be fantastic. Guys, thank you so much for joining in. I really do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow with some more Genshin Impact. I hope that's all right with you. Until then, I will see you guys around. Bye.